Good morning, everybody. Well, what a busy 5 minutes that was. I think about 6 or 7 boats have gone past me while I've been untying, which means I'll be the last boat through Hillmorton Locks, then, I suppose. But yeah, strange mooring, very picturesque and right next to a mainline train track. Although that didn't bother me too much, because after a while you just don't hear them. And you'll probably see a couple going past in a minute when we get to it. They are quite noisy, but I didn't really hear them, so no worries. But last night at around about, it's about 11 o'clock, there was a boat going down the canal, and I can only presume it's that red boat moored up in the background there. And I mean, I looked out the window, I couldn't see nothing, no lights or anything. I could hear him, and I could hear voices. They could probably see my face pressed up to the porthole, which was an incident in itself, because the porthole was full of cobwebs and spiders eating daddy long legs, and I got a face full. So yeah, but today's target is, my only real target today is to get through Hillmorton Locks. There's only 3 of them, but I get through that, and I think I'm meandering into some countryside then. Park up, ready to go through Braunston and onto the Oxford South Canal. So we're still on the Oxford North section at the moment. So yeah, so that is my target. Got to go through Rugby. I'm sort of like, do I want to go stop and do some shopping? Nah, I've probably got enough to last me, so it'll do me. So let's crack on, ski. On this particular section is extremely murky, and it is very shallow, so I've just passed a boat then, and I was quite close to the bank because it wasn't very wide, and I was grazing the bottom, so that's probably why it's murky, because we're all churning up the mud as we're going along. When I rescued that boat yesterday and I put the pole into the bottom of the canal, the pole sunk about a foot in the mud at the bottom. So yeah, the old age probably, if you fall in the canal, just stand up. Yeah, you can just stand up, but you'll have a foot of mud in your boots. So yeah, and it stinks a little bit as well, because it's quite miry, because it's all getting churned up all the time. It's like a bog, a swamp. It's a bit nippy, but it's very pretty, I'll give it that, apart from the fact we're coming under the M6 motorway in a minute. I'll show you that in a sec. No matter what man-made obstacle you go under or sail past or whatever, we are never that far from the great British countryside. It doesn't really matter what's 25 feet, 30 feet over the edge, you always seem to be in the countryside, and that's what we probably love about it. I think that I'm not very good at is stay in touch with people. And you just forget, and then by the time I remember, oh, I must phone so and so, it's like 10 o'clock and I'm like, oh, it's too late now. So it's a problem, and I've had to force myself to do so. Like tonight I've got to phone my friend MJ, because it's like, I think it's Thursday now, and I normally speak to him every Tuesday, but he must have been busy Tuesday and I've just not got around to phoning him, and I don't know why. But it's just because I forget, and then when I remember, it's quite late, and knowing MJ, it's quite late, he's probably off his head. Had too many lagers probably. So my mission tonight will be to phone MJ and get back in touch with our Emma, because she's been trying to get in touch with me yesterday. I did try yesterday to phone her back, but she was otherwise engaged. She might have been working. So yeah, you've got to stay in touch with people, probably more so than when you're in a house, because in a house they can just come round and see you. Nobody's going to come round and see me, like. Past that green boat there at the side, and I thought that front end's a bit loose, and then I realised the rope is dangling in the water. So as I go past the back end of it, the back end's hanging in the water as well. It's adrift, isn't it? So I pulled in on the bend. Have to pull the boat in, have to get a stake out, pin it in so that I don't drift off, and go to rescue it. Just as I'm putting my stake in to secure my boat, a woman's head pops up. So I sort of wandered over to her, said, I didn't think anybody was on it, love. It looks like you're adrift. And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, and then I pulled a back rope out the water with a pin attached to the end of it. And I said, I think it's pretty much the same at the front. And she sort of like said, oh, my husband's gone working or something. And I'm like, oh right, well, let me get me tied up and get me hammer and I'll bang you back in. Pardon the pun, but hey. 2 seconds later, as I'm walking back with my hammer, Bella gets out as well. So they've literally just been sat there, not tied up, drifting around, God only knows where. And I stopped to rescue another boat again. Didn't need rescuing, like, but flipping heck. Today's journey just seems to be taking forever. I don't know whether it was my planning was a bit off. It doesn't seem to be getting anywhere. So I may have to revise the plans of getting through Hill Morton Locks today, because it doesn't seem to be making it. I've not even got off the page it was on yet. I've been going for 2 hours, so I will basically we'll end up where we'll end up. Simple as that, innit?
I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
This is Newbold Tunnel. Has a footpath in it. It's only 250 yards long, but it's a bit weird to have a footpath. Not people walking past you. Not that anybody's walking past me, like, but it potentially could do. But yeah, weird one.
I've been keeping on the run every night. But you're too far away to see the signs. So I'm staring at the sun till I'm dry. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed now. Full speed, got the pedal down. Full speed now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Full speed now. Full speed, got the pedal down. Full speed now. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Rugby was the narrowest stretch of canal with the most boats packed into it. It was tight. There was one particular bend, and I'm glad I didn't meet anybody coming round it blind from my side, because there'd have been a coming together. And honestly, I don't really see what the appeal is. I can appreciate you can go get your provisions there, but stopping there, I'd rather not. I'm going to crack on. I've got enough stuff to keep me going, and I'll find a little local somewhere. Not worried. Let's get onto the locks. Let's get through them today if we can. in the boat. And I wasn't vlogging then, so I've got no video evidence of it. But I'm pretty certain they were building that bridge. And now it's complete. I may have just completely made that up in my mind, but I don't know, it just feels right. I'll be honest, kids, we've just come along a big stretch of Armco and I'm tempted to pull over. I mean, it's going to be another 30-40 minutes to the locks, and I've got to get through 3 locks, so that's going to be another hour, let's say. It's nearly 3 o'clock now. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull over, call it a day, otherwise I will get caught out and I'll be banging away until God only knows what time, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm going to get past this big tree and I'm going to pull up, call it a day, and then we'll do it tomorrow. My target, what was my target today? The locks. Well, we're nearly there. It's been such a slow progress day, so many moored boats. It's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, but you know, it delays you because you're just ticking along at 1 mile an hour. So maybe I shouldn't set myself such lofty targets. In fact, there's a nice spot there. Ooh, feel that sun. So yeah, I'm going to whack it over it if it's not too shallow. Let's go and have a look. So yeah, call it a day. We are just by Clifton upon Dunsmore, Bridge 66. So Hill Morton tomorrow. But no worries, it's quite plain sailing I think for a while after that. So yeah, a bit disappointed in today's progress, but hey, another page and a half, well 2 pages really if you consider. Yeah, don't be disappointed, just pull up, go and have a drink, and that'll be it. We'll see what Mrs. is up to. Right, oh there you are. He's having a mooch. So I'm hoping I've got, probably not so much now because the sun's on the wrong side, but tomorrow morning when the sun's back over there, the solar will get bosh. We'll get plenty of sunlight. That's what I'm hoping. So yeah, here we are. You alright, girl? Yeah, she's having a wee. Good stuff. Right. Come on then, shall we go and get a biscuit? You don't need to be asked twice, do you? Go on, biscuit. Go on then, get on that boat. On that boat. Good girl. I'm a coming.